Breaking news coming in. Very good morning. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Divya Vadva. The big question being, where is Hemant Soren? Well, the Enforcement Directorate says they have no information about the whereabouts of Jharkhand's Chief Minister. Do remember, he's been missing for more than 24 hours now. The Enforcement Directorate officials had reached his residence. They were looking for him. He wasn't here in the national capital, but his chartered flight was on standby. It continues to remain on standby at the Delhi airport. He was meant to take a flight to Ranchi, which hasn't happened. While the phones have been switched off. Do remember, the ED officials have questioned his driver. They've also confiscated his BMW car yesterday. This is after the ED went twice to Hemant Soren's residence at Shantiniketan in the national capital. From 7:30 in the morning, the officials were there, and then again in the evening they went, they searched his car. Eventually they ended up confiscating his car. While this goes on, in the middle, it was Hemant Soren who had actually made it known to the ED officials that he will be available for questioning in Ranchi on the 31st of January at 1 p.m. This is a letter that's been written to Soren to the ED officials saying that they are in fact trying to destabilize the government. So protests were taking place yesterday at Ranchi. This is Hemant Soren supporters who were protesting against the pressure that the Enforcement Directorate officials are putting on the Chief Minister of Jharkhand. We have my colleague Mukesh joining us. Mukesh, the big question being, why is the Jharkhand Chief Minister, who has made it very clear to the Enforcement Directorate that he will be available for questioning tomorrow at 1 p.m, then why is he still missing in action?
देखिए, हो सकता है कि जो हेमंत सोरेन हैं उनको इस बात का डर हो कि कहीं ईडी उन्हें गिरफ्तार ना कर ले, क्योंकि ईडी की टीम कल सुबह 7:30 बजे दिल्ली में शांति निकेतन में उनके घर पर पहुंची थी, लेकिन ईडी की टीम के पहुंचने के पहले ही वो घर से गायब हो गए। इसके बाद लगातार ईडी उनकी तलाश कर रही है। ईडी की टीम झारखंड भवन गई। इसके अलावा जो उनके पिता का आवास है मोतीलाल नेहरू मार्ग पर, वहाँ पर भी ईडी की टीम पहुंची, लेकिन हेमंत सोरेन वहाँ पर नहीं मिले। यहाँ तक कि उनकी जो चार्टर्ड जिनका फ्लाइट है वो अभी दिल्ली एयरपोर्ट पर खड़ी हुई है, और उसी विमान से उनको कल झारखंड जाना था, लेकिन वो विमान अभी भी दिल्ली एयरपोर्ट पर खड़ा हुआ है। तो हेमंत सोरेन कहाँ हैं, इसको लेकर कुछ भी साफ नहीं है, और शायद ये पहला ऐसा मौका होगा जब किसी राज्य का मुख्यमंत्री गायब हो, और उसको गायब हुए 24 घंटे से ज़्यादा वक्त बीत गया है, लेकिन अब तक उनके बारे में कोई भी जानकारी नहीं मिल पाई है। ईडी की टीम ने कल उनके घर से एक BMW कार को जब्त किया है, और ये कहा जा रहा है कि ये कार बेनामी प्रॉपर्टी से ली गई थी। इसके अलावा उनके घर से कुछ डॉक्यूमेंट सीज किए गए थे। इसके साथ में जो उनके स्टाफ के लोग हैं उनसे पूछताछ हुई, उनका ड्राइवर है उससे पूछताछ हुई, लेकिन किसी को भी पता नहीं है कि आखिर हेमंत सोरेन है कहाँ। हालांकि जो उनकी लीगल टीम है वो ये कह रही है कि हेमंत सोरेन सेफ हैं, और वो 31 जनवरी को करीब 1 बजे ईडी के सामने पेश होंगे, लेकिन वो कहाँ हैं इसको लेकर अब तक कुछ साफ नहीं है। 24 घंटे से ज़्यादा का वक्त बीत गया है, लेकिन ईडी अब तक ये पता नहीं लगा पाई है कि आखिर हेमंत सोरेन कहाँ चले गए हैं। तो उनको लोकेट करने की कोशिश लगातार की जा रही है, लेकिन हेमंत सोरेन के बारे में अब तक कोई जानकारी नहीं मिल पाई है। जी।
The Enforcement Directorate on the lookout. In fact, yesterday they visited the residence of the Jharkhand Chief Minister in connection with the money laundering investigation, an investigation pertaining to a huge racket of illegal change of ownership of land by the mafia in Jharkhand. We also have Saurabh joining us. Saurabh, take us through all the protests that were taking place in Ranchi yesterday. No word as to where the Chief Minister is, and it's been 24 hours since even his phone is switched off.
Obviously Hemant Soren is still to be traced, and that is something that officials will do. But at this point, really, what several MLAs are saying, including MLAs from the alliance partner Congress, are saying that if he has said that he will appear on the 31st at 1 p.m, why go after him like this and also show him in poor light? That's the question the opposition is raising, or the ruling alliance in Jharkhand rather is raising. But the larger question really is the ED action on opposition leaders across states. Look at Bihar, neighboring Bihar, for example. In neighboring Bihar, there is, of course, Tejasvi Yadav, the former deputy chief minister who lost power just 2 days ago, has been summoned today by the ED. Then you have Bhupinder Singh Hooda in Haryana. You have West Bengal. you have Maharashtra, where opposition leaders claim that the ED has only been targeting opposition leaders in opposition-ruled states, and therefore this is something that they say is politically motivated and being done at the behest of the BJP. The BJP defends the central agency action and says that there has been corruption, and therefore these agencies are simply going after corruption. But this is all at this point also about Hemant Soren now, because remember, he's an elected chief minister, and an agency not being able to trace him is really battling, not just to to anyone who hears of something like this, because at the end of the day, he's an elected chief minister. There are protocols involved in his movement. He has to move with a security cordon. He's a protectee, a VIP protectee. So obviously, this is something that there are too many unanswered questions at this point. Though ED officials are expected to continue their search for Hemant Soren, the chief minister of Jharkhand, who at this point hasn't been traced by the agency, but he has of course sent an email informing the agency that he will appear before them on the 31st. So obviously that is the other part, that he has said he will appear, though, and if he has said he will appear, then the question the opposition is asking is, why are you looking for him when he has said he will appear? Is it just to tarnish his image? That's the question the Congress and the JMM are raising as far as these developments are concerned regarding Hemant Soren.